Hey everybody, Mac and Damer here for OCR Kings. We've gotten another great sit rep from our friend Tom. This time he was out in the
That's
Cincinnati
right.
area for the
Yeah,
Trifecta weekend. That was June 6th, June 8th and 9th,
that's right.
2024 at perfect North Slopes. Very, very cool. Tom, thank you again for this and all of these that you have checked in with this season. These are fantastic. We're going to provide the unabridged version, of course, on our blog. We'll put
That's
a
right.
link to that in the description below so you can read it from start to finish. But we're going to give you the highlights over here. Some real
Yeah.
interesting history, Damer. We were checking this out and reading together. How many venues has this thing been at in the
Yeah,
past?
so it seems like Cincinnati's had a few years of trying to figure out the right place to host Spartans and maybe grow. And it looks like they finally got this the place with Perfect Slopes Ski Resort near Cincinnati. It actually has enough space for them to include all flavors to make it a trifecta weekend, which is cool.
That's
But
pretty
it
cool.
but it actually started out with quite a bit of history going back to like 2015. Tom has all this information. He's got a ton of it here. So well done as usual, Tom. Where it started in 2015 at the Wilds, a zoological park kind of
That's pretty cool.
associated with the Columbus, Ohio Zoo. So supposedly that was an absolute disaster with parking and cars being stuck
Yeah.
and
Ouch.
elites and AGs like just abandoning their cars and trying to like get to their start waves. And so Spartan having tow trucks on standby, pulling cars out. So quite the mess. And they wound up switching in 2017 to a secondary location, the Richmond Hunt Club. And that didn't last too long. They
No.
shifted again to a Badlands Off-Road Park.
That
And
sounds
that's
pretty cool. It was like Badlands.
yeah, and that's like wouldn't mind that on a shirt, as Tom
Yeah,
mentioned.
Tom mentions, yeah, he says he's got a shirt that says Badlands on
Yeah,
it. And it
it,
sounds more intimidating than Perfect Slopes.
perfect slopes.
But
So it was
yeah,
at
he said it was
Badlands. It was at Badlands for a bit, but that is an off-road park as it states. So conditions were pretty much always chewed up and beyond muddy. So it switches now to perfect slopes ski resort, and the name is a little bit deceptive, according to Tom.
uh-huh.
It actually has more of a feel of like a mountain creek or
Yeah, I was
maybe a
surprised to read that. He
mini
said that
Palmerton.
yeah, it reminded him a bit of Mountain Creek.
Yeah,
And he talks about, I guess the summit of this ski mountain, we've got it up here on the map, is like 1,000 feet. So that, I mean, it's not huge. It's not the Rocky Mountains
it's
by
not
any
huge, but
means.
if like Spartan's usual courses, if they send you up and down it enough,
Yeah, you start to
there's
get
there's
burned.
there's still
Uh-huh.
a lot of ups. So yeah,
So
and it seems like just from what Tom's putting down here, there was a lot of people surprised by the elevation and the technical running and the terrain, not used to what they've seen in other Cincinnati races of the past. So that failure rate is quite
yeah,
high that he was able to locate.
yeah. He mentioned that the Beast course was listed at 3,200 feet of elevation game. Again, that's kind of like
That's
New Jersey.
that's getting there. Yep.
But, going up and down, just as you mentioned, Damer, that contributed to a 30% DNF rate
Yeah,
for the
that's
Beast on
that's
Saturday. It's just, wow, one of the highest that Tom and we have heard of for this season. That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
And the Ultra course, which you can kind of see on the map, it's hidden by some of this other crap that they have
That's
here.
right.
I'm hoping there's no obstacles that were in this shrouded part, but making it more confusing. But the DNF rate was 45%.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yep.
Ouch.
And Tom talking to some of the Spartan staff, he said there were quite a few injuries just with the technical running and just being on that particular course. So quite a few ankle injuries and several runners
I
actually being removed with ambulance calls. So yikes.
maybe
Yeah.
perfect slopes,
It
not
needs a
so perfect.
needs a
Let's
more
go back to the
aggressive name.
Badlands.
Yeah. Badlands ski. Yeah. Well, you signed your death waiver, so I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
so.
that's it,
So be it, regardless of the name.
right? So, as far as getting here with the logistics, he mentions that Perfect Slopes is located 20 minutes from the Cincinnati CVG airport. Okay. So, wow, that's pretty fantastic that you're that close to the venue. If
Yeah,
you're
that's right.
flying in, that's pretty excellent. And it's located kind of, I guess, closer to Indiana. No, it is in Indiana. Got it.
Yep. It says
Just
like
over
so
the
the
Ohio River from the
airport
airport.
has easy rental car pickup. It was like kind of everything was very smooth for how just logistics wise. So that's good to know.
I guess four speed on 50s Diner has become a Spartan hangout. So if you go into this next year and you're reading this blog, this seems like where the cool kids hang out from Spartan. You could take it over one weekend a year. That's
That's
pretty
right.
cool.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. I guess the parking was good. We're parking snobs. So,
That's right.
yeah.
But the fact that it is a ski slope, so
Yeah, it's got some
Even
pavement in
Tom's
here.
like
Yeah,
real parking.
yeah, it's like pretty good. All right.
Even we were on our own race this weekend in Bethel, New York, and we were parked in the grass, but conditions were dry. But I could
And they
have,
were they were fine.
yeah,
There.
even with a little bit of showers one day, but
Yeah.
it could have been a, you never know. You never know what you're gonna find.
So here's a shocker. Athlete Services, trainwithrocco.com
Yeah,
was not at the venue. Tom spoke with Rocco, and he may be doing more DECA events for the rest of the season since, it's probably more
yeah,
profitable and the logistics there might be better.
that's right.
But wow, no
But
no
that's right.
Rocco
But we
this
need
weekend.
Rocco.
Oh, I had a good time talking to
That's
Rocco. Definitely check out trainwithrocco.com.
Yeah, Rocco's also always an awesome staple at any one of these venues.
Yep.
So he will be missed. Some of the other things about this particular venue is the lodge. They just had it fully operational, so had the whole place open. So a little bit seems like a little bit less of like the Spartan venue and tents and setup, and you had more space indoors, including Spartan Plus had a large space inside and so you could use the inside and real
I
bathrooms.
was gonna say, you know what indoors means? It means real toilets. You're gonna have a
Yeah,
real bathroom. you know, real bathrooms, real potties, real toilets.
that's right.
A big bonus.
Especially on Sunday
Yeah,
after
when things go flush instead of plop. Gross. So yeah, no, that's good news. I'm reading here too about the obstacle placement. So racers who don't like the front and back loaded obstacle placement would be unhappy, I guess, with the situation for this.
Yes, and actually probably more so as he says.
Oh boy.
After a few standard obstacles, including a long bucket carry in the first several miles, we went into the woods to the west of the ski trails and forgot it was an obstacle race for a
Oh
while.
no. Okay, shades of New Jersey.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
boo. Let's
Just
look on the
look.
map over here.
Yeah,
There's a whole lot of green.
there's a lot in there.
Woods,
Yeah.
woods, 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 woods. So, yeah, stinko. Yeah, look, if you're
Yeah.
an ultra too, look, there's from 19 to 20. Which
20 and
way is this
then
going? Okay,
at 20 and then you'll bump out to the ultra loop in the 21, 22, 23.
not a lot going on there,
Which
friends.
is which is a sandbag carry 2 at 21, barbed wire crawl number 2 at 22. So you're getting some repeats on that ultra loop.
Stinko. All right.
I
Well,
I
at least they had
do
bathrooms. They had.
yeah, I did. I mean, there's definitely a lot of obstacles in that super and sprint area there.
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
does look pretty good. Something about the super and sprint courses themselves that Tom mentions is both had reduced mileage. Each distance starts in a somewhat unique way. You immediately wade into a large pond, which cut down on runners bunching up for the first few miles. The
Okay.
initial pond march was about 50 yards, but there were two more within the first 2 miles.
Oh wow.
Dunk, dunk wall was placed at mile 2 for all distances. So
Interesting. Yeah, see, that's, change it up
yes,
a little bit. That's always at the end. Let's see, dunk wall. Yeah, I'm looking at the map
yep,
over here.
number 11, Dunkwall.
All
Yep,
right.
all flavors got it. So yep, so you can see it in the course there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they put that up and some pond crossing stuff that kind
Cool.
of reminds me of one of the Jacksonville races we did where you actually
Yep.
had to go
Go
wade
in the
out into
water
the
a couple of
water
times.
and then come back out.
That was really refreshing because it was hot. So,
That's
yeah.
yep,
Um,
that's right.
all right, so I'm reading about the festival area, different feel. I think just kind of like you mentioned, Perfect Slope still has their food vending open, so the festival area was relegated to a handful of local companies with one exception. All right, buy local, that's cool. It's good for the venue and the
That's right.
spot. I like that. No, Dr. Squatch use their soap. Stuff
Yep.
smells good. And their marketing is funny. That guy with the long hair and it's pretty
It's
good.
a
Yeah, so they handed out soap near the cold wash station.
yeah,
Hmm,
that's
all right.
actually not
Like a pine barrel or
yeah.
some wood chips or whatever. Cool. It's better
Yes,
than we
and
normally smell after one of those
yeah, so
things.
so 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 Tom was smelling fresh and clean
Yeah.
on his flight home.
Yeah. Tom has made mention that when he's flying in and out, sometimes it's like 3 gallons in water jugs and it's just over the head and off to the airplane. So Dr. Squatch is looking good. Right on.
That's right. Yep.
And here it goes. He's talking about it right here. For this Spartan traveler, the parking lot shower
Yeah.
comprised of a 3-gallon store-bought water jug, but now it includes soap, thanks to Dr. Squatch.
That's
That
it.
is pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, that's funny.
It says, and there's a quote, "You're welcome," to the passenger that sat next to me on the 815 back.
That's right. Well, it works.
Fantastic. Oh, that's kicked ass. All right. So he also mentions that he, a mutual friend, I guess, of ours through the
Yeah.
channel, Dustin Beaver. Yes, a trifecta legend, just like Tom
Excellent. Another, yes, another
from
good, another,
California.
another Maverick. Just,
Shout to Dustin.
yeah,
All
very
right.
cool. Yeah, Tom just says it was like great meeting someone, and sounds like they may even have connected through our, just our channel going on. So that's
Yes,
awesome. And
sense of community. I love
yeah,
it. It sounds corny and
yeah,
disingenuous. No, I love it. That's
yes,
fantastic.
it's a great, yeah, maybe we'll have to meet at that 50s diner. Just,
Yeah,
just take it over one night.
that's right. Awesome. All right.
Oh,
Let's see.
so the next thing he talks about is gear recommendation. This is actually something I think we talked about in the car on the way to our race this weekend
Hmm.
was multi-day trifectas, flying there with
Right.
your stuff. Now it's wet. And he said the exact same thing, kind of starting starting trifecta weekend like day two, and now your shoes are wet and you're getting out early, and it's
Right.
it's zero dark dummy, and there you are with wet shoes, wet gear, and a cold morning. So he actually drops a pretty cool boot dryer that he packs with himself. But Tom would probably be just a great person to pick their brain on how to even travel for a multi-day race
Right.
event. We've done some flying ourselves, but not to the pro level of
Well,
Tom.
we've come home with, a single set of wet crap before. But imagine you've done multi days back to back. Now you got what, three
Yeah,
outfit changes or
yeah,
whatever?
that's right. Yep.
I
So
know that the typical damer approach, it would be take gear and go to the nearest trash can.
that's right.
All right. And you know what? It turns
Yeah,
out to be like an excuse to buy new gear. Oh, I need new stuff. I
that's
lost all my
that's
gear in the
that's right.
last trip. So if you want to avoid doing that, what do you do? You know?
Yeah, well, Tom's got some of that too. It's like wearing the shirt that's been beat up and it's been caught a few times on the barbed wire, and maybe it's a good time to wear it and retire it.
Right. And,
So he's
Tom
got
is
some.
a true man's man. He's a true gentleman of the sky. He never checks bags, so
That's
says
right.
he.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. No. All
Yep.
right.
Yep. So he talks like kind of shoes is the most important thing. Find your shoes. Everything else is replaceable, switchable.
Yep.
You can survive, but having a good pair of shoes that work for you, especially on these super long miles like ultras, it's like, yep, take care of your feet.
Amen. All right. So in summary here, the Midwest Beast needed a solid venue that could be improved and changed over time. This venue is affordable to travel to and has access to reasonable hotels and restaurants. Thumbs up there.
Yeah. Yep.
I think over time it will get a reputation for being a tougher course
Yeah.
on the schedule and would be a good first time ultra for runners wanting to step up their game from a flat ultra to a mountainous ultra. All right.
That's right. Yep. It is
Good
not a
points.
it's not a Utah, New Jersey, Vermont, or Montreal,
Good to know. Good to
but it
know.
is a great first step to running those venues with confidence. So good info right there. Maybe it's a mountain light. It's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
but either way, still sounds like a technical and difficult course. Definitely with the number of DNFs.
Yeah,
So
nutty.
so sounds like it
Crazy.
surprised some people. So Tom's absolutely right with it's gonna get a reputation.
So hats off again to you, sir, Tom. Well done. Congratulations. Another trifecta in the books.
That's right. He's
Definitely.
got references at the bottom of his document here.
Yeah,
So
he's always provides the
so if
greatest
you want to fact
citations.
check Tom and make sure
Yeah,
he's on
yeah.
point,
We dare you to fact check him.
that's right.
He's gonna shut you down. He's got it all squared away, man.
That's right.
So definitely check out Tom on Instagram. And if you see him out there on the course, stop, shake hands,
Yeah,
salute, do what you got to do, pay your respects. This guy
that's
is
right.
awesome.
That's right.
If you haven't done so already here, please like and subscribe. Definitely helps to grow the channel and keep these conversations going. It's really appreciated. We
That's
really
right.
do. You know,
Yep.
why don't you jump on the team and come on in for the big
That's
win?
right.
And if you get that reference, please put that in the comments below. We hope to see you out there on the course. But until
Yes.
that time, remember, as always, train hard.
Have fun.